Hey, what's going on with y'all good people? I want to welcome you to the Melanated Travelers Podcast, the podcast that shatters stereotypes that takes you on a captivating journey through the eyes of people of color as they explore the world. Join us as we challenge the misconception that travel is only for a certain demographic. Embark on a vibrant adventure with each episode as we share stories that showcase the rich experiences and perspectives of melanated travelers. From the banks of Cartagena to the mountains of Bali, the Melanated Traveler paints the picture of a vivid image of the global journey, one story at a time. Hosted by yours truly, Aston R. Williams, a podcast for the people. Welcome. All right, what's going on with y'all, man? I'm back again. Y'all, I want to welcome y'all again to the Melanated Travelers Podcast. This is episode number four, cuatro for all my Latino friends out there. What's good? So this is the Melanated Travelers Podcast, aka the number one travel podcast in the world, aka the new Green Book. And I'm feeling like Ali right now, man. I got my specs on. Ali, before he was the champ, he said he was the champ. You know what I'm saying? So long as I stay consistent, man, I got people like you in my corner, supporting me. I got people all around the world supporting me, man. We're going to keep this pushing, man. So, look, I got a special guest. I got a special guest in the building today, man. I got Tyron Andrews, man. Homie, look, before all my Louisiana people, before I say where he's from, y'all can't get upset. You know what I'm saying? He's from the A.
Yeah.
He's from the A, Look, but look, I'm gonna help you out. I'm really not. To be honest with you, I'm not a New Orleans fan. I support him. I'm gonna give you a hint. We just gave our quarterback to them, so I'm a diehard Raiders fan, bro. I'm a diehard Raiders fan. So ain't no love him. Actually, my ex father-in-law, he's a Falcons fan or whatever. So kudos.
Falcons fan, okay.
Kudos. You a Falcons fan?
Okay. Actually, I don't watch sports, bro.
I got you.
I don't, but I came up as a Cowboys fan.
Super Bowl. I was about to get on you with that Super Bowl. Man, let me tell you a little bit more. I came up as a
Cowboys fan, man.
Cowboys?
Yeah, Cowboys. My father was a Cowboys fan, man. So, that kind of spilled through the bloodline, man.
Oh, all right, bro. I'm going to leave it there. America's team, nothing wrong with that. But man, look, let me give y'all a little bit more information on my guest, man. So, currently, he's a manager at GXO Logistics.
Yes.
But before I even get into that, Tyron Andrews, aka the creative guy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go on the social platforms, the creative guy. Like, bro, that's a powerful statement. You know what I'm saying? But his work speaks for itself. So that leads me to my next point. He's a graphic designer. He's a videographer. Man, he captures amazing drone footage, y'all. And I'm gonna give y'all all that information in the show notes, and also I'll give him an opportunity later on in the show for y'all, to get his information and how to follow him, how to support him. But bro, like, your artistry is amazing. Bro. Your artistry is amazing. Look, I'm not that advanced with the drone yet. I'm rocking the DJI Mini 2. You know what I'm saying? I take my little shots, but hey, that's it.
Hey, brother, we started from the ground up, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to start somewhere. Long as it's a passion. Long as it's a passion, man. Just keep moving forward with it, bro.
I got you. Speaking of drone footage, I guess we could talk a little bit about New York, man. Like, I've seen the two videos, captivating videos, by the way. The drone footage of Harlem Week, and then the drone footage of guys playing at Ruckus Park. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never been to New York, and I know a lot of people that's listening to this podcast haven't been to New York. And for those that's listening that been to New York, you never seen New York through his eyes. So I guess give us a little rundown as to why you decided to migrate up north. Decided to kind of plant your flag there for a little while in New York.
Okay, basically, I got a job opportunity in North Haven, Connecticut, and just Connecticut is more of it's a working class state for me. It's not too much, a lot of creative things going on there. So I kind of migrated towards the New York area because of all of the architecture, the structure, the color tones, everything there. And it was just a inspiring city. You know what I'm saying? Creatively. So just got out there, got stopped a few times for flying the drone, but it didn't stop me because I just love the architecture there, man. That's really what drew me to that city. And
So
as
man,
I
what?
migrated, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you good, you good. I was but to ask what they tripping over with the drone. Like what? I mean,
Oh man,
when you close to an airport or what? Because the drone, the
man.
software will tell you where you at.
Yeah, it tell you where it's at, but you got to have that license to fly in New York now, man.
Come
And
on.
I was flying close to the bridge and everything, man. So, the park rangers and stuff kind of stopped me and, threatened me with a little citation or whatnot. But,
Mm-hmm.
it's just that city, man. It's so much culture there. It's a melting pot of culture. And, through my eyes, I just love different cultures and stuff and capturing different things through that drone, man.
Mm, I got you, man. When it so like when it come to New York, I guess give us some of the places. Everybody know about the Empire State Building or whatever. What are some hidden gems that you came across? While living there.
Oh man, Queensbridge, man. Queensbridge, the birthplace of Nas, Mobb Deep. Just the structure. Just that feeling of it. Now I understand why that music sound the way that it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
The New York sound and music because of everything is just steel. It's concrete. Like there's really no vegetation there, no trees or nothing like that. You know, just that's the artistic part of it. It's just beautiful, man. I love it. Harlem, oh man, it's so much history in Harlem. It's so much to catch. I only caught like a smidget of Harlem. Harlem is
Mm.
so it's so diverse. You got Spanish Harlem, then you have like um 155th, 145th, the Rucker Park, man. There's so much to capture in New York, man. It's truly an inspiring city in terms of the arts.
Got you, man. I'm gonna be every time I think about New York, I think about one of my favorite movies, and a lot of people might be like, "Well, why you like this movie? It's a drug movie, bro." Man, Nino Brown, is on the tip of my tongue.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
New Jack City,
New Jack City, man, New Jack City,
New
yeah,
Jack
yeah, yeah,
City.
New Jack City. Every time I think about New York, I think about New Jack City. Uh, I think about Nas, I think about Biggie,
Yeah,
and this gonna make you laugh. I even think about Home Alone, that
Home Alone.
movie went go movie go hard in the gap, man. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, Home
man,
Alone.
like when they come to New York, when it comes to the travel game, first of all, I will say this: I'm jealous, and probably a lot of other people that's listening jealous. No, nothing against New Orleans, bro. Nothing against MSY Airport, but you are at the cradle. You have the
Yes,
world living up there. You have the world in your hands. So man, let's talk about some of these countries that you've been to. Um, and guys, if y'all don't know the airport that I'm talking about JFK. JFK has some of the
JFK.
best travel deals in this country. Period. Period.
Yes, they do.
Point blank. Period. So man,
Yeah.
let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about you know what I'm saying? I guess let's start off with like the first time you ever left the country. How did you feel? And definitely how you felt as a black man, leaving the country for the first time. Did you have preconceived notions about what you expected from that country? Maybe you was a little nervous. Like walk us through that process.
I think the first country that I visited was Paris. I went to Paris. Um, I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect once I got there. But once
Mm-hmm.
I got there, I noticed there was a lot of immigrants there, a lot of African immigrants. And, I was just curious to try to figure out what was going on, why was so many immigrants here, like a lot of black people here. And it's something
Fact.
that that's something that they really don't showcase when you in that travel space. You don't see a lot of black faces when
Mm-hmm.
they speak about Paris. But Paris it's an interesting place, man. It's a very interesting place because you have that middle part, that centerpiece of Paris, where the Eiffel Tower is and all of the tourist attractions. But once you go outside of that, it's something totally different. It's something that they don't show you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I found that interesting in Paris and meeting a lot of our people there. That was
And
eye
see,
opener for me.
that's what we don't talk about, and that's why I wanted to lead with that, y'all. So y'all that's listening and y'all that's watching, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I was nervous as hell on my first international trip, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous, bro. I was like, because here, we can call it the Matrix. In some groups that we in, we probably, they call it the Matrix because it's like the news channels, all these different outlets, they paint the picture of fear in your mind, man. And they
yeah,
keep you so constrained on this is the best country. And when you go overseas, it's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. From the quality of
The
life, from the
European
air to
countries
the
do
food.
that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, bro. How was it? How was it seeing the Eiffel?
Um, After about an hour of it, I was over it. You know what
I
I'm
got you.
saying? It's just the Eiffel Tower. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That was it. I was over it. I can only do Paris is off my list now. I have no need to go back to Paris. Paris, I'm cool on Paris at this point.
man.
You know.
That's what they said. Cause I had somebody else. I had somebody else on my show in F2. Shout out to Rakia. I had her on my show. She talked about Paris. She was like, to be honest with you, 2 days tops, and take a train to go somewhere else in Europe. And
Exactly.
2 days is
Exactly.
is asking enough. You know.
Yeah. I would do London and Paris within that week. Like catch the train from Paris and go to London and explore London. But staying in Paris for like over a week, nah, not at all.
Yeah, gotcha.
Nah, not at
That's where
all.
all your Louis, that's where all your Prada, all these, all these
Yeah,
big brands there.
yeah.
I'm gonna go one day. I'm gonna go one day. You know what I'm saying? I'll go one day. You know, uh,
It's the
I think
fashion
I think
capital.
for me, matter of fact, I just yeah, yeah, it is,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I wanted to get your perspective on Paris because, uh, like when it come to you say you seen our people over there, but when it came to like all these other countries, and you could tell the people, well, you've been, just some of the countries to share, like Bali, South
Mm-hmm.
Korea, Cozumel. You've been to Colombia. You see the hat. You
Yeah.
see it. Viva Colombia, bro.
Oh
I'm
yeah. Oh
adopted. I,
yeah.
I feel like I'm an adopted child of Colombia, man. Shout out to Colombia, man. Shout
Cartagena.
out to Colombia.
Cartagena.
But I guess
Oh
that
yeah.
feeling of, oh yeah, Cartagena. That's, yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We gonna get into that.
Oh yeah.
We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that.
Yeah.
I think from like just from a black perspective, man. Like, how did it feel? How did it feel just like being on another soil that's not your own? Like, what I mean by that is, like, for me, just to feed off of what I'm about to say. Like, for me, like when I'm overseas, man, and I'm on the beach or late at night and I'm looking up at these stars, and it's like damn. I'm really in another part of this beautiful globe. Like, man, why did I wait this
Yeah.
late? You know what I'm saying? I'm still young, I'm 33, but why did I wait this late in my life to start? You know what I'm saying? Why did I wait
Yeah.
this late? That's how I felt.
I, I feel the same way too. I felt that way because I'm 46 years old, bro. Because I'm of age and I started traveling. I said around 35, 35. But where I really caught that
Hmm.
feeling was in Bali. I was like, wow, like I'm on the other side of the globe. You know what I'm saying? It's such
Yeah,
a different
yeah,
it's such a different culture over here, and everything is totally different from what we're used to. They have a totally different mindset, and that's when I really caught that feeling of like, damn, I'm somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? How did
yeah.
I get over
Facts,
here?
facts,
You know what I'm saying?
bro. Let's talk about that flight. Like, how did how you made it through? Did you take something to go to sleep? Did you, like, bro? That's a long way,
I
my
think
G.
I think it was the excitement, bro. Just the excite. It was uncomfortable. I can guarantee you that it was uncomfortable, but the excitement of getting to Bali and exploring Bali is what kind of kept me in a good space on that long flight. I think the excitement is the thing that keeps me comfortable through a lot of long flights. You know, and reading a good book and listening to some good music, all in the same.
I got you. I got you. I got
Yeah.
I got another good book you can read, man. This is
Which one
one.
is that?
This is actually my first published one, man. My first published book, The Righteous Seeds,
The
Seven
Righteous
Principles
Seeds. Okay.
Towards Success. Yeah, man. It's a little self-help motivational book, man. We're gonna run it. We're gonna run it after the episode. But since you brought up a book, I might as well pub it.
That's
Might as
what's
well
up,
pub
man.
it for a quick little second.
You
man,
doing your thing over there, bro.
man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. God is good, man. I'm humble. I'm humble, man. I thank God, and for anybody that knows me personally, and you will know this as we continue to talk. Like, I truly got a passion for helping people, and I wanted to develop a platform that we can have a voice in a space that I feel like we don't have a voice at all. You know, definitely when it comes to travel and talking about business as well. Like, you know, that's why I wanted to create this platform. But when it come to Bali, I wanna get your opinion on this. So this law that they just passed about uh basically premarital sex. I don't know if you heard of it. Like, you
I
can't,
did.
if you get caught messing with
Yeah.
a chick that's not your wife, you're going to
Yeah.
jail. You're going to jail,
I,
bro.
I don't think that's in effect right now. I heard about it, but I don't think that's in full effect right now because if they do pass that law, I think they're gonna lose a lot of tourism.
Who witty?
Yeah, yeah. Because it's a lot of Australians over in Bali too. That's where they
Facts,
go to
facts,
party at. Yeah, that's where they
facts.
go to party at. So I don't think they're gonna be able to pass nothing like that over there, man. Because they'll lose all of their tourism. Because the whole
Hmm.
country is based off of tourism. Not the whole country, but Bali's based off of tourism.
Yeah. Now, how
They
long
might
how
get.
long you stayed in Bali?
I was over there for like 8 days.
I got you, got you.
8 days.
The
Yeah.
currency, the ratio between dollar to because they say it's so good over there. The
Oh my
cost of
God.
living. Yeah, bro. Let's
Oh
get
my
into
God, man.
that.
Man, you can get a villa for like $30, man. A villa for
What?
$30.
A
The
whole
food, the
villa?
food, whole villa, man. $30 a day, man. You can get a meal for like $6. Just on the cheap end.
Wow.
Whole meal. You can get somebody to wash your clothes for like $3. I think this lady washed my clothes for 4 days. I paid her like $10.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, like $10. Yeah, man.
I'm looking.
Everything is so. Bali is the type of place, man. Just to be honest with you, I can see myself living in Bali for a while. That's how good it is. That's how peaceful it is. It just puts you in a different mindset. It like takes you away from. It unplugs you from this matrix that we in.
Hmm.
It's a very spiritual place.
Now, how did you feel? How did you feel over there in Bali? Did did you experience like people walking past you, wanting to take pictures with you because I mean the melanin in your skin, the darkness of your skin? Did you experience that? Nothing.
Nothing, bro.
Wow.
The people were so kind, man. It was like I say, it's just one of those peaceful places, man. And people mind their business. They do their own thing. They're not worried about you or anything. And they just real
Hmm.
good people, real kind. Actually, the guy that was the villa that we stayed in, he took us to his home. So we actually got to experience the home life of a Balinese person, and it was welcoming, man. It was very interesting. How they live. All of them live on like a compound, the whole family. Like the mother and father have a house, the son and daughter have a house, and they
Hmm.
bury their dead like in the center of the compound. So it's like a shrine in the middle of the compound. So
Wow.
very interesting, man. Very interesting. That's something that I think a lot of people don't get to experience over there. Experiencing the Balinese way of life over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The image that I shared, on Instagram. What's the name? What's the name of that temple?
Oh man, I have no idea, man. I visited like 7 or 8 temples over there. I don't know which one you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
they got plenty. They got plenty. They got plenty. Yeah, because
It's
that picture,
temples on
man, that
every
picture was
corner,
dope.
bruh.
Let's talk about. Yeah, yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Let's talk about the
Yeah.
temples. Like how what's the regulations on that? Like were you in the like certain temples you couldn't like certain guidelines, you couldn't fly your drone, you couldn't take pictures, like how what was the stipulations on some of the temples whenever you enter them?
You talking about the purification temple, the water temple? Because I have 3 pictures up of temples.
Yeah, yeah, the water temple. Yeah,
The water temple. Oh, okay. You have to
yeah.
wear their it's like a cloak that you have to cover yourself in. You have to take all your clothes off. Um, I think a woman cannot be on her menstrual cycle to enter the temple. You have to pray before you go in. You have to give an offering before you get in the water. And it's like Don't quote me. I think it's 13 different fountains that you go through for the purification process. So you go to one fountain and you pray, go to another fountain and you pray, but it
I
all
got you.
symbolizes something along the way. And the last three you have to skip because those are like the death purifications. And then you go to the other side for the final purification. But yeah, that was something. The water purification temple was something. On one side of the temple, it has like a white eel that symbolizes, I think, life, and the other one, the black eel, symbolizes death. And they're in this water fountain type thing. But yeah, man, yeah, that water purification thing was nice, man, real nice. And it's almost like an all day process, man, because there's so many people there, because of the
Mm-hmm.
tourism. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think Bali got a digital nomad. With you having your businesses, Bali has a digital nomad visa, and I don't think it's that much either. You don't
Oh
have
yeah.
to earn that much per month to get the visa. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
man. But man, let's talk about you've been to a lot of amazing places, bro. But it's
Yeah.
one that I got to ask you about. You probably already got a feeling what I'm gonna ask you. South
Which one?
Korea. How was that? How was that, bro?
Man, South Korea was different, man. That was a
Come
different
on.
process, man. It's not Americanized. So if you think you're going over there looking for some McDonald's and all that type of stuff, it ain't there. They march to the beat of their own drum over there. That was the place where they was like taking pictures of
Wow.
me and like wanted to record a video, secretly record the video. That was a thing. But I'm gonna tell you a crazy part
Yeah,
about it,
yeah.
man. Um, Actually, me and my homegirl, I got a real good friend that traveled with me sometime. Her name is Danisha, a real good friend of mine. So me and Danisha, we went over to South Korea and Bali together. Um, so when we got to South Korea, got on the train from the airport, we went the wrong way. So when we went the wrong way, we ended up like on the other side of South Korea where all the elders stay. And mind you, some of these elders have never seen black people. So when So when we on the train, they getting on, they looking at us all crazy. They got their phones out, sneaking videos and all kind of stuff, man. So that was an experience too. South Korea getting on the
Wow.
wrong stop, getting off on the wrong stop. But other than that, man,
Wow.
it's technology driven, man. A lot of technology there. It's extremely clean, very cultural, man. They got like 1,000-something-year-old temple in like the middle of the city. Um, it's a beautiful place, but just a different experience.
Gotcha. Did you get a chance? Did you get a chance to they got some place I should have did more research before we got on. So y'all, we not perfect. But
It's
anyway,
cool. Yeah, yeah, we cool.
they
We
got an
cool.
area in South Korea uh that's basically a buffer zone between South Korea and North Korea. I forgot the name of the little.
I did.
Did you have a
Man, I
chance
didn't
to
get
do
to
that?
go. No, man, I didn't get to
Yeah,
do it.
man.
I did the. I went to the castle. I wanted to go. It's called the. Man, I forget what it's called. But you could take the bus from the airport to visit the place. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
get to see that one. Yeah, I didn't
yeah,
get to see it. Next time. Next time.
yeah. Man, how was the food? Like I guess like all the places you've been, some of the uh some of the amazing dishes that you was able to try, or maybe some things that you was like, I don't know about it, but then when you tried it, you was like, all right, I can rock with it.
Palenque. Palenque had the best fish. Um, Cartagena had the best fish, man. Some of the most, because it's fresh out of that ocean, so it was fresh. It was good. And like in Palenque, the stuff is like a traditional dish they did with the banana leaf, with the fish that cooked everything. That was good. But who
Yeah,
had the worst food was in Paris. Like no season, no nothing. Like it was just bland. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they only known for their fashion, bro. But Palenque,
Yeah.
shit, we could talk about it now, man. Let's dive into Colombia, man. You see the head.
Let's
Um,
go. Let's
I
go.
guess tell the people. tell the people why. But before we even get into it, if you don't want to answer it, it's cool. But
Go
are
ahead.
you a passport bro?
No, no,
Are
I'm
you a
not a
passport
passport
bro?
bro. No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not.
All right,
Nah,
all right, all right,
I'm not.
all right. Yeah, because for anybody that want knows what that is. Um, I think people get a misconception of it. I think they got some brothers out there that's really really trying to push the narrative that certain men only travel to certain countries for certain things. I don't necessarily
Yeah,
believe in that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
but I just feel like wherever you find your passion at, if you find a country that you fell in love with, then go travel there. Go travel there. If you
that's
meet
true.
somebody there, okay, good for you. Go travel. Go travel there. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Cartagena. Like your first time in Colombia. Why should people even go to Colombia? Because I guarantee you, even though you see a lot of footage, on
Yes.
YouTube, but still there's not a lot of people. You might say, well, tourism is increasing in Cartagena. That's true because they had 2 movies this year on Netflix. But why Colombia? What made you think about going to Colombia? A lot of people still attach the country with Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar died in 1993, man.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like, what made you decide to go there?
Those are our people, man. If you go to Colombia, man, them people look like your grandma from down south. You know what I'm saying? They look like a distant
Man,
cousin.
say that again for the people in the back, bro.
Yeah, they
Say that
look like
again
your
for the people
grandma.
in the back.
Yeah, they know they black. That's the thing. They tell you
Mm-hmm.
they black.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you walking through the streets of what is it, Old Town? Is it Old Town?
Yep. Yep. Old
And the
town.
ladies,
Yep.
yeah, the ladies with the fruits on their head, they look like one of my aunties. From deep
Yeah.
south, like South Carolina. I'm originally from
Yep.
South Carolina, so it felt like home to me. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And
and
for a
Palenque.
lot of people that don't know,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
For a lot of
I'm
people
sorry.
that don't know, the women with the fruit on their head, they from Palenque.
They're from Palenque.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. And the culture, man. It was so much to see down there, man. Man, Rosario Islands, man. The mud volcano, Palenque. It was just so much to do. It was just Colombia, Cartagena is a beautiful place. It's
Mm-hmm.
extremely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So what say you? How did you enjoy it? What'd you take from
The first time I went, or the second or third time I went,
it? Oh, you've been 3 times.
because all of them are different experiences.
Okay, let's say the
But
first time you went.
this podcast and this show, I like to be direct. You know what I'm saying? I like to be live and direct. The first time I
Yeah.
went, it was like I felt like I was that guy, that white guy in Harlem Nights. Whenever he got on the phone, he was like, "Hey, put her on the phone. Put her on the phone.
I ain't never
I ain't
coming
never
home no
coming
more.
back."
I was like that in
I said, "Oh
Sasua.
my God, man, bro. Oh my God, yeah, Sasu is a vibe too. Sasu is a vibe.
Sasua is the
Never
vibe.
in my life,
The
and I
vibe.
mean this with the utmost respect to to
Yeah.
to my to my sisters here in America. Nothing against y'all. I have seen the most beautiful women I have ever seen in my life come from Colombia, and most of them from Venezuela as well.
Venezuela. I think the most beautiful women I've seen was
In my
in,
life.
I think it was in Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic, because all of them flock to Sasua. So you got the Haiti, women from Haiti flocking to Sasua. Then you got all the women from around the island of Dominican Republic flocking to Sasua. So I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
this is different. You know,
yeah,
this is different. Beautiful
yeah,
women.
yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of Sasua, man, shout out to Cordell Beasley, man. He actually owns a restaurant out there called Chicken and Waffles, and he actually got a restaurant in Sasua. Yeah, I think it's either in Sasua or Puerto Plata. I don't want to quote it wrong, but shout out to my boy, man. I just want to give him his flowers now, live on the show and live on the podcast. Shout out to Cordell
yeah,
Beasley, man.
yeah. Big shout out, bro. If you can pull that off in Dominican Republic, bro, much respect to you. Because I hear that
Yeah,
acquiring land and acquiring the real estate is extremely hard to do over there.
yeah, that's facts. The reason why, if I had to choose, like, and I'm not talking about women, but if I had to choose, like, between like Colombia and DR, it would be Colombia for me, only because the only reason Colombia got the leg up is Colombia infrastructure is better than Dominican Republic, and I know you're going to agree with that. Everything in Dominican Republic is very spaced out, and the ways to get to those places is very minimal. The only
Okay.
way you can really get there is to catch an Uber, or to get a taxi, or to catch a to catch one of those chicken buses
Yes,
to get to the other
or a
side. Like,
motorcycle.
if you fly into Santo Domingo and you trying to get to
Mm-hmm.
Sosua, just so y'all know, Santo Domingo is on the other side of the coast of that
Ain't
country. It's
lying.
gonna take like 4.5 hours to get there.
4.5 to 3.5 hours, depending on the
Yeah,
traffic.
yeah,
Depending on
yeah,
the traffic. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. But Santo Domingo is developed a little bit more than the rest of the island is. So just in
That's true.
case people, if they want to travel to Dominican Republic, just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has it been any place where you haven't felt comfortable, experience any bigotry, any racism in any of these countries, or maybe you didn't see it with you, maybe you seen it with some of the workers that work at these different hotels or restaurants, the way they was treated, any place that you haven't felt comfortable.
I kind of feel comfortable in all places I've traveled to, man, because I'm pretty much an explorer, man. I'm going in with an open mind. I'm not looking at it from a Western standpoint, man. I'm looking at it, okay, these are these people's country. I'm going to respect it. I'm going to abide by their laws. I'm coming here to learn the culture and respect the culture. So, I haven't experienced it. I haven't.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Well, since you haven't experienced it, let's talk about the locals, like, because you say you're an explorer. What's one way that you try to connect with the locals? Any cultures that you picked up in these other countries that you know you took bits and pieces back to America to improve your life and to make it better. Like, I'll give you an example. For me, like, um
Hmm.
lately, the more I travel, the more fruit I eat, man. I've always been a person that, man,
Yes.
I'm from the South, man. You from the South too, like
Yes.
potatoes, potatoes. We grew up with potatoes, pork, and
Or,
hog
yeah.
moss and mustard green, and so going over there and getting a cleaner food, a cleaner fruit, a cleaner, they eat a lot cleaner, and also something that I'm sometimes envious of, and I share this because one of the biggest things that I feel like that uh really blocks the black community is the black family, like, a fatherless home, you know
Very
a
true.
fatherless home, or having a home that's not really together. And you go overseas, man, and most of these people that you meet outside of the tourist areas, because you say you're an explorer. If you go outside the tourist area, that's where the real country is. When you go
Very true.
outside those tourist areas and you see these families that have nothing, but yet they're so happy, man. They outside on a Sunday, they drinking beer, they got their little speaker, they playing their music, and they just happy, man. And sometimes I envy that. Sometimes.
Yeah. I most definitely envy that. I envy that peace of mind that they have. It's almost like they know their roles. Like a woman knows her role, a man knows his role. The kids know their role. And I think that's something that's lost here in
Mhm.
America. That's something that I really envy that they have. One thing that they have that we don't have now, that we don't value as much as we used to. Remember, I said used to now, because in the South, that was a
Right,
big thing in the South. Big thing. The family structure
right.
was a big thing in the South. But yeah, I see a lot of that when I go to
Hmm.
like Bali, Dominican Republic, Colombia. Colombia's like that. Um, Panama, Panama's like that. Because there's a lot of indigenous tribes along the riverbanks of Panama, and they structure. I envy that structure too. It's like a whole community of them. Very
Facts,
peaceful place
facts,
out there. Yeah.
facts. I mean, let's get into, like, I think the viewers will be interested in seeing. So we all know you bring your drone everywhere.
Oh
But
yeah.
what are some of the things that you travel with, or some of the things you feel like you can't you can't live without. Like you got to take it with you.
Oh man, it
Some of the
depends
items
on
that
it.
you use.
Um, South America, Central America, the Caribbean countries, flip flops, shorts, tank top, my drone, my camera. That's all I need, man. That's it. Passport, a little bit of pocket money, I'm good to go. Because when
Fact.
us, man, sometimes we just kind of overdo it. We overthink it when we go to these places. We want to be dressed
Mm-hmm.
up. And when you get there, half the damn time, you don't even wear none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah,
you
that's
get there,
facts.
because
That's facts.
it's so damn hot.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly my Yeezy slides. Them damn things are so comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? It's so damn comfortable.
I feel it. I feel it, bro. So when it comes to so you travel to a lot of different places. Are you like have you picked up any of those languages? You trying to learn the language, or you just
Trying to, man. Trying to. Yeah, I got so
yeah.
much stuff on my plate. I'm trying to categorize everything and put everything in order for me to start learning. I most definitely want to learn Spanish a little bit more because I work with a lot of um, Puerto Rican people and a lot of Mexican people. I most definitely want to learn Spanish a little bit more.
Man, let me know. I got a good teacher, man. I got a good teacher, man. Shout out to Paola. Yeah, man, you're gonna see me go live after our interview. I'll go live probably like maybe like 40 minutes after we get off. But
Okay.
me and her gonna have a conversation on Instagram. She's an amazing teacher. I study with her 3 times a week, every week. Every week, man. So she's
How's it
giving me a
going?
lot. Oh, it's great. It's great. Great. That's bueno. That's bueno, hermano. That's bueno.
Okay.
Hey, it's good, man. It's good. And she's from Colombia. She's from Colombia.
I just know, hola, señorito, ¿cómo está? And I know, habla mucho.
Yeah. Yeah. Or cuánto cuesta, how much. Yeah, man. It's good to know. It's good to know those phrases, y'all. We joking about it, but it's good to
Yeah, it is.
and I think that Tyron would agree that like when you try to connect culturally with somebody, um, and you learn their language, they respect you more. They respect you a lot more. You still gonna
That's
get
very,
respect, but they respect you a lot more when you at
that's
least trying to learn their
trying to
language. At
learn.
least trying.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
at
very
least
true.
trying to learn. What are some of the
100%
myths?
agree.
What are some of the myths that you could tell the viewers and tell the listeners about traveling internationally that they might think, some of the myths, like number one, they think soon as they go over there, somebody gonna kill them, somebody gonna rob them. Let's break some of these myths, man. Like I guess go through and just
Yeah.
tell the people like why they should hop on that plane and finally leave the country to get a different outlook on life.
Uh, the myths are that it's expensive. It's
Mm-hmm.
not expensive at all, man. You got things like Priceline, Skyscanner. Just watch the websites, watch the prices. It's not expensive, man. Only places I would say that's really expensive, I would say Europe. The places in Europe are the most expensive I've seen. Actually, it's more expensive traveling in the United States than it is actually internationally sometimes.
There you
If you
go.
look at
Say
the
that
price,
again, bro. Say
yeah,
that again, bro.
it's more expensive traveling in the United States than it is internationally. You know,
Exactly.
and you get more bang for your buck when you travel internationally too. Right now. But
All of
and
my
another thing, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Um, only thing I could tell, it's not dangerous everywhere, but I would tell you to be careful in Mexico. Um, Mexico, a lot of the cartel is down there. I've witnessed that. I've seen that for myself. I've actually been stopped, and I've actually I've been bribed by some cops in Tulum, which is a popular destination right now. So be careful in the Mexican countries, man, especially in the countryside, the beach towns. So that's what I would say. It's fun, but at nighttime, I'm sure you be careful. Abide by the laws. Keep your helmet on if you're on one of them scooters. I'm telling you now.
Facts. Facts. I
Yeah.
don't go nowhere. You see, I'm wearing it now, but like Colombia and all that, man, I'm not rocking this on my neck, man. I'm not. I'm
Nah,
not. I'm not doing nothing that draw attention to me. You know what I'm saying?
nah. Nothing that draw attention. You're exactly right. You, don't do nothing to draw no kind of crazy attention to you. I see some people. I just seen people out there throwing money in the street, man. I'm like, okay, these people are crazy. They have no. They should have did their research before they came to these places and started doing all this stuff.
That's what
You
I
know,
got a problem with. That's what I got a problem with. And I call them, you know, and other people call them the same thing. They call them passport pookies, man. You
passport
go to
pookies.
these other countries and you have no respect for their culture. Like,
Exactly.
and by the way, y'all, for the ones that's listening that never traveled overseas, you throwing money in the air, 98% of those women are going to find that disrespectful, and the men are obviously going to find it disrespectful because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you coming over here, you know we don't have much, and you throwing all this money. I mean, you just going to disrespect, you know, you disrespecting my culture. The women
Yeah.
feel disrespected. You know, man, go over there and be a gentleman. I'm talking to the men specifically. Go over there and be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
but a lot of people just don't know that, man. You can't go over there. First of all, you are not in America. You on their turf. So
Now
you talking all
say
this
it
trash
again.
to somebody. You really trying to get locked up overseas?
You
You
lying.
really trying to
You
get
might not
robbed?
come home. Yeah.
Exactly,
Might
man.
not come home.
Exactly.
The laws are totally different. Make sure you do your research before you go into these countries. Do your research. Look up the laws. You know, you see what happened to the young sister that was in Dubai. Um, I think she hollered at one of the hostess or something like that. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
You
She's still
seen
in
that?
jail, I think.
She still
She's
is.
still in jail. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Especially in Dubai. Make sure you do your research when you're going over to Dubai. Dubai is very strict. That's a Muslim country, man. It's a lot of strict laws over there.
Yeah. Definitely, man. I just feel like from a black perspective, man, like, you know, that the reason why we need to travel is to see what life can be like outside of this country, man. Like, you know, we built this country on the backs of our ancestors. We built these countries. Actually, and what people don't seem to realize, we built other countries too.
Mm-hmm.
A prime example in Cartagena. That's a prime example. In Cartagena, you have you have that wall, you know, they call it the wall city. You know who built that, bro? We built that.
Mm-hmm. We built it.
We built it. You know,
We built
so man, go
everything.
see the world, man. Man. I can't stress that enough, man. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
Man, let's get into your why. Like, what's your reason for wanting to travel internationally? Like, everybody got a why. So what's your why?
I don't think I necessarily have a why, man. I think it was just curiosity. I just felt
Mm-hmm.
like I was at a point in my life where I stopped drinking. I started eating more healthy. And I was just like, just let me get out and travel a little bit more and experience life a little bit more. And once I started doing it, man, I just got hooked on it. You know, I got hooked on it. Now I'm at the point where I want to go somewhere every month.
That's fact.
But
That's fact.
I
Me
want
too.
to go somewhere every month. That, but just life, man. You know what I'm saying? Want to experience something new. Want to learn new things. I always been a curious guy, man. I always, I'm an artistic dude. So, in the artistic mind, our minds all over the place. And so experiencing different cultures just give you inspiration, from all over. And traveling did that for me.
Big facts. Big facts, man.
Mm-hmm.
I, so how does it feel like traveling solo? So you mostly travel solo by yourself?
Yeah, mostly travel
Yeah, me
solo.
too.
'Cause I
Me
got I
too.
got I got a travel partner that travel with me too. But yeah,
Gotcha.
mm-hmm. We're solo, but I
Yeah, I'm by
enjoy it.
myself.
You by yourself?
Hmm.
How you like it?
Yeah, I feel like when you travel solo, you never really travel by yourself because when you go to these other countries, you meet so many
You
amazing
meet
people. Like, I
like-minded
met two
people.
of my best friends, man. Like, I was in Colombia last year in August, and they my best friends now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jordan, shout out to Lex. We met in Colombia. We met in Medellin, uh, because I was headed to Guatape, to climb up Pinole. And
Oh,
man, we just built a good relationship, man. Did you have a chance to do that while you was there?
in Bali?
No.
What me?
Pinole, the Rock in Colombia.
No, I didn't get a chance to do that. Nah, I didn't. No, I didn't because I spent the day in on Rosario Island and in Palenque. We spent the day in Palenque. Yeah,
I
I didn't
got you.
get
I
to do
got you.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's towards Medellin, right?
Yeah, Medellin a vibe, bro. Medellin is a vibe.
Medellin. I heard that.
Yeah,
I got to check Medellin out. That's on my list. That's most definitely on my
yeah.
list.
This
Yeah.
how I feel. I feel like Bogota is New York. Medellin is like Chicago. Uh, Cali, Colombia is the Atlanta of Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
Like you think it's culture, in Cartagena, bro. Go to Cali.
Go to Cali.
All you
Okay.
gonna see is us. Go to Cali. Telling you.
What drew you to
And
Colombia?
I plan to go there. Huh?
What drew you to Colombia?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first thing that drew me to it was watching Narcos. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Like, you know, hey, I'm gonna be
That drew
honest with you,
you.
bro.
Oh, wow.
It drew me to the country because for one, I was always, and he did some very terrible things, man. Let me say that. But he also he shined a little bit of light in the world too as well. But the thing about it, what was definitely shocking to me was that's why I say travel, because I actually met somebody on my trip to Colombia in August. Her mom's best friend,
Mm-hmm.
her mom's best friend, uh, one of her parents was on that Avianca plane, the one that blew up, man, in the 90s.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, bro. So
Wow.
when they say it's a small world, it really is a small world. But I think what drew me to Colombia was, man, the culture. Like being in the outskirts of New Orleans. Like if you ever been to New Orleans, the old city, it reminds you, the real colonial type of architecture. I actually have an architecture background. I have an architecture degree by trade. I'm an
Wow.
engineer by trade. But the architecture, if you compare that to New Orleans and Cartagena, I mean, it's basically the same. It's basically
Same
the same.
thing.
The same thing,
Same
man.
thing.
And I really enjoyed the people. The food's all right. It's okay. It's okay. But I
Okay.
enjoyed, eating arepas in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, like what drew me to Cartagena was the fact that, so you telling me for a percentage, like a tenth of the price of going to Miami, I can go to Cartagena, have a great time, ride on a yacht, go to all these beautiful beautiful islands. You know what I'm saying? Visit
Yeah.
visit the first free town in the Americas, which is Palenque. If y'all don't know,
Palenque.
Palenque is the first free town in Americas that was established in the
Mm-hmm.
Americas, man. So to come
Yes.
here and then, like I said, I was just shell shocked. Like you already brought it up, it's our people that's over there. I was just shell shocked at the diversity of Cartagena. That's what shocked me. What's the diversity?
The diversity of the culture. Okay. So you're more of an explorer than a traveler then.
Yeah, yeah. I'm more of an explorer. I'm more of an
More of an
explorer,
explorer.
and I'm
Okay.
I'm I'm the type of person. I'm the type of person, like I'll hike the highest mountain.
Yes.
I'll you know what I'm saying. I'm the one
Mm-hmm.
that'll swing. Jump off a mountain and just swing. Like before I do that, I'll make sure I increase my insurance so my son can be good. But that's the type of stuff I do, bro. I,
Yeah.
hey, bro, I just go with it, man, because you only get one life to live, man, and it's no reset on it, man. It's no reset, so I just go with it. Like I hiked the highest mountain in El Salvador. I just recently came from Peru. I had a chance to see Machu Picchu, one of the seven wonders of the world. I had a chance to
Okay.
see that, and that was breathtaking, man. Peru was breathtaking. I was in Peru for 2 weeks, and I still didn't have enough time to do everything I wanted to do, man.
Yeah.
I still didn't
Yeah.
have enough time. Yeah.
Yeah. Mexico
Speaking
is like
speaking of
that too,
seven wonders
man.
of the world, did you get a chance to see one?
Yeah, I seen the Chichen Itza in Mexico.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
I
Mexico.
seen in
Yeah.
Panama. I seen the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal is something, man. That's a man. The architecture on that thing is amazing, man. What they did with the water levels, how they make the water levels rise and make the water levels lower. Those ships, that
Yeah.
was something to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually seen the process. That was something to see. And like I said, I seen the Eiffel Tower. But I think the most interesting thing I've seen is going to visit the indigenous people in Panama. Now that was different. That was
Come
different
on,
because
man. Let's dive into
that was
that. Let's dive into that.
Yeah, that was different, man. That was like those people have been living that way for centuries. You know what I'm saying? Centuries. And the government owns the river, but they did not touch the tribe that's across the river that still lives in the traditional way that they live. Um, they come and get you on this boat, man, that they dug out of a tree log. So you're pretty much just sitting in a tree log with a motor on it. And you're going down this river. They take you to this waterfall that's deep, deep down in the forest. And they have naked back there. And that was an experience. Yeah, the houses are made out of I forget the wood that it's made out of. And they have the strong top of the for the roofs. But that was a different thing, man. I learned a lot from that. And I think that was the most spiritual thing that moved me, was being around those people.
Gotcha, man. Speaking of spiritual, like, and talking about humbleness, like, just speaking for me, and I know you could agree, like, traveling to these other countries have definitely humbled me. I think the way,
Oh
growing up in a
yeah.
capitalistic country, like, a lot of the stuff I thought I needed, bro, I don't need none of that.
I don't need none of this shit.
I don't need none of that, man.
Yeah,
You know,
none of this shit. And I
none of
got
it.
I got yeah, I had when I came back from Bali, man, I just came back looking at all the stuff that I had. I was like, man, I don't need none of this shit. Like I don't even use half of this stuff.
Facts.
15, 25 pair of tennis shoes and shit just sitting in the closet. Like them people over there with nothing. They're just happy as they
Yeah,
want to be. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It's
yeah,
almost like when you
definitely.
come when you go to those places when the people that they feel free, it's almost like you coming back to a jail cell. Like your home is a jail
Hmm.
cell. Like
Hmm.
you just coming back in just to look at TV and look around at these four walls and this nice shit that you got, but not actually out living your life. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I feel like Future on that Wait for You album,
Hmm.
looking out the window on my way headed back to the States, I'm tearing up every time that they're playing Catch Flight, bro. I ain't lying, bro.
Man, boy,
I tear
my
up every
back,
time.
my back start hurting when I get back home, man. My legs and shit start hurting.
The
Like,
anxiety, man, bro, it's just something
yeah,
about, and like I said, this ain't a knock at the country. It's a good country to make money in. It's a good country to, you know,
that's it.
make a good living. But man, that's it. You take that money and you dip somewhere else. So,
Yeah,
like, speaking of business, like, you're a graphic designer, you're a videographer. Um, like I said, I know you're working at GXO. But let's talk about the business side of things. Like, what made you interested in being an entrepreneur as well? And just you could tell people all the different things you do in your business as well, being a graphic designer and videographer.
oh man, I've been doing graphic design, man, for almost 16, 17 years. But just giftedly artistic. I know how to draw. I would say in my 30s, I accepted the fact that I'm just an artistic dude, that I just like the arts. I like taking pictures and stuff like that right there. So now I've incorporated turning it into a business. I've been doing that probably now for probably 8 years now. I kind of laid off the photography part of it, but the graphic design part of it, I'm most definitely still pursuing the graphic design part of it. And now that people are drawn into the drone stuff, I'm gonna start probably doing some drone stuff for people in the near future.
Now, what's the certification? I know you say people have to get a license in New York, but it's some other certification you can get flying a drone. I guess to fly a bigger drone, you got to get a different
Yeah, it's the
a
bigger.
different cert. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a commercial drone and you have a it's like a commercial drone and it's like a personal drone. I have the drone mini SC. So it's like a recreational drone. You don't really need license for that. But everything is so strict now. I just found out, I would say a couple of weeks ago in New York, that now you need license for that stuff. So now I'm in doing the research and stuff on it now. So it's like some kind of FAA license for New York, and it's like an official international license for it now. I don't know the full details, but like I said, I just found all the stuff out about it. And it has to be
Mhm.
and your drone has to be like a certain size now before you can even get it into another country now.
Yeah, that's how it was in Peru. Like Peru, they drone laws were strict, but believe it or not, uh, you actually got to declare your drone in Peru. You got to declare it. Now, I didn't necessarily have to declare it, and I explained my story. First of all, when I went to Peru, I felt like an Oreo in a bowl of milk, bro. I was the only black person. I did not see not one black person in Lima. Maybe I was on the wrong side. I'm talking, but melanated. I was the only one, bro. I was the only one.
But
Now,
Peru is an adventure, bro. Peru
yeah,
is not like a luxury travel type.
fact,
That's
facts.
like an adventure. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, you good, bro. You good. Now,
Yeah.
that's gonna lead me to my next point. Like the reaction that you get when you see people that look like us. Like when I went to Cusco, because you got to go to Cusco to get to Machu Picchu. A lot of people think that when you fly into Lima, that's how you get to Machu Picchu. No, that's incorrect. You got to fly from Lima, Peru to Cusco,
Mm-hmm.
Peru. You could take a bus or you could take an airplane. You're gonna pay like, depending on when you buy the ticket, you're gonna pay like maybe $23 for the ticket. It's an hour flight. Once you get there, bro, it's cold as hell. First of all, let me just say that. I'm from the South. I'm not used to that shit. It's cold as hell. Period. It's cold.
Yeah.
Cold. I'm talking, but when before the sun goes down, it's like 30 degrees, man. High altitude. If you ever been to Colorado, guys, or if y'all ever seen the Rocky Mountains, their altitude, right? Cusco is 2 times the Rocky Mountains altitude and a little bit higher than that. So I couldn't breathe. But let me tell y'all some things that y'all can do to help with the sickness, the altitude sickness. They got something called cocoa leaves. You can get it in Lima, you can get it in the airport, or you can get it locally in Cusco. It's pretty much a leaf that you can boil some hot water. You can drink it like tea, or put it on the
Mm-hmm.
put it on the bottom of your tongue or on side, in your cheek to help you with the altitude. It opens your chest up a little bit. But bro, I was miserable. Like I went there with the mindset to see Machu Picchu, but bro, while I was in Cusco, I was miserable. But Cusco, some of the most beautiful views that you will ever see, man. I'm talking, but at
Heard.
nighttime, it is beautiful, bro. It is beautiful. Shout out to Choose to Explore. My guy, that's another drone guy. He got some good drone footage. I'll shoot you over his information because he recently, actually, when I left Peru 2 weeks later, him and his wife went there, so they had a chance to go to Cusco as well. So, but yeah,
Okay.
man,
I
like
think I've heard of him. I think I've heard of him.
yeah, yeah,
He's on YouTube.
yeah. He's a YouTuber. Him and his wife.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay.
uh huh.
Yeah. He got some nice stuff. Some nice stuff.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. True. If
Yeah.
you're hearing this, bro, hey, gotta get you on, fam. Gotta get you on. But yeah,
Yeah.
man. But I think that man, like for me, like what's the feeling? What's the feeling for you whenever you see somebody that looks like you, and it's like, damn, what's good with you?
Oh man.
That's just me,
Oh man.
man. What's up, man? That's what we say down south. What's up?
Oh man. Just conversation, man. If you see somebody that look like you just in a foreign place, it's instant conversation. Yeah, what you doing over here? What you doing over here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what's the plan?
Uh huh.
What's the plan? And the majority of the time, of the people that I meet, they just exploring. You know what I'm saying? They jumping from hostel to hostel. They're traveling. They're
Mm-hmm.
digital nomads. I didn't know nothing about that stuff until recently, man. That people are like digital nomads and they go from hostel to hostel, traveling around the world.
Yep. 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 Back. They caught the wave of working remote before working remote was cool. You know what I
Was
mean?
cool. Yeah, I wish I
Yeah.
would have caught that wave too.
Me too. Facts. Big
I wish
facts.
I would have
And then
caught
when
it.
then when you go on LinkedIn now, all these remote jobs be having over 600 applicants, man. It's just like, I ain't worried about it. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah, but they trying to cut back. They're trying to bring people back into the office. You heard about that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're trying to bring them back in the office, man. Because I think they're kind of catching on to what people are doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People going, man.
Yeah, they're
People
gone.
going. I think most of the people that I met, they're in tech. They're in tech or they doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Something in the arts, videography, photography, graphic
Yeah,
design. They got their own business. They got clientele.
yeah. A lot of
People switching,
photographers.
like I said. Yeah, a lot of photographers.
A lot
But
of photographers.
this what I look at. This what I look at. And this is specifically for my black people, man, because we got that crab in the bucket mentality. If you go down the bread aisle, it's a million brands of bread. Everybody can eat, man. The world has 8.5 trillion people in it. Everybody can eat. Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So
True.
so so the hate on the next man, the hate on the next man, and I'm not even just talking about business, but just the hate on the next man that's traveling. Instead of hating on him, well, ask him how he's able to do some of these things, which leads me to my next statement. You already brought up some apps, but maybe we could dive a little deeper on what exactly does Tyron use to find some of these flight deals? What's your strategy?
Oh man, I use Skyscanner, man. I use Priceline. I may go to Experian, um, Expedia Travel. Is it
Mm-hmm.
Expedia Travel?
Yeah,
Expedia Travel. Expedia Travel. And I always find good deals on Expedia Travel. Always do, the room and the flight.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my main ones. But if you want to like kind of catch like a real cheap flight, but you got to go on the days that they have posted. Go to Skyscanner. You can find some real good deals on Skyscanner on a flight.
Mm-hmm. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And I'm gonna be honest with you. My go to is Google Flights, and
Google Flights.
my go to is Google Flights. I book one way tickets, bro. I don't know how you do it. I book one way.
I got to come back,
I,
bro.
yeah, no. I come back, but I do it in like, to me, you come out cheaper. Some places not really, but depending on how far you go. But like going to like Central and South America, I never book round trip. Never,
Yeah,
never.
yeah. I can see
Like
that. I
right
can see
now,
that though.
right
I can
now,
see
right
that.
now, I'm working on making my way to Cali, Colombia, really, really soon. And bro, I could go to Cali right now for 87 the ticket,
$87.
one way.
What you flying out
Flying,
of?
flying, flying the airline that for whatever reason everybody hate on. You know what? I have brought this up in every episode. Spirit, if
Mhm.
you listening, I feel like y'all need to sign me to a UGC deal. I need to
Yeah.
partner with y'all because I've been promoting y'all looking like every episode, bro. Man,
I don't have an
I
issue with
fly,
Spirit, bro.
bro.
I don't.
I fly Spirit faithfully. You hear me? I
Yeah,
got so many points for Spirit.
yeah. I don't have an issue with Spirit, man. I don't really see what the big deal is. Why people are so mad at Spirit. Because I've had bad experiences here with JetBlue and all of them.
Yeah,
Shit.
I
Delta
had
too.
one. I had one bad experience with Spirit, and that was my way back in El Salvador. But again, that was my fault. I didn't have global entry, so I got stuck in customs. That's my fault. That's not the airline fault. That's my fault.
Yeah, it's your fault. Yeah,
That's my fault.
true. Well, I don't want to
Do
jinx
Do you
anything,
have
but
global entry?
no, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, I'm
Not
working on
yet.
mine too, man. I got to get an interview, man.
Not yet. Not yet. But I most definitely need it because I'm trying to do this Africa thing. Man. I want to stay out there for at least a month, and I want to travel there more next year.
Gotcha, bro. Shout out to all my friends in Kenya. That's gonna be the first country that my feet touch African soil real soon. Shout out to all my
Oh
homies,
yeah.
all my friends in Kenya. Yes, sir. And you already heard what the president said. I don't know if you heard what the president said. It's just like, y'all
Yeah.
are our people. Like, come back home. So
You
he's
don't
about to waive the visa
visa. Seen
for
that.
African. Yeah, for
Yeah.
everybody, but he really want us to come. Us,
Yeah.
our people. You feel me?
That's
So yeah,
Ghana too,
man.
right?
Yeah, Ghana. Yep, Ghana. Yep,
Ghana too. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Ghana. Yeah, man. Ghana. I think man, I just think so, like, my last question to you would be is, you know, to the people that's listening to you right now. And we talked about a lot. We talked about some amazing countries. We talked about different tips, different tricks. But you still got people that's on the fence, man. You still got people that's on the fence. And I feel like the world is a book, and those who don't travel, they only read one page, man. They only read one page. So like, I guess just my last question to you would be is like, if you could just tell this person that's listening and tell this person that's watching, um why they should travel, period. Not just international, but just period. For me, it's mental health. I'm gonna just say that right now. For me, it's my mental, man. It's like I need it. I need it. I need to be around a new culture. Meet some great people. But I just wanted to get your perspective on that again.
Bro, you just said a mouthful, bro. Mental health, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health. For my mental health, man. You know what I'm saying? Get out, experience these cultures. Don't be scared of anything. Get your passport. Get your passport. Get out of here. It's something out here way bigger than the United States. It's something out here way bigger than the city or the state that you live in, man. Trust me. And it's not expensive. You know, and it's us. We everywhere. We are everywhere. Just from experience. And me, man, I'm just a regular guy. You know, regular guy that like to fly a drone. I'm a working guy, 9 to 5. But this is truly something for your mental health, man. Get out there and travel.
You brought up one point, and I'm not trying to be petty, but you brought up another point. We everywhere, and when I hear some of these, and it's not a knock at women or anything when I say this, but you'll hear certain comments like, "Oh, he going over there for this, he going over there for that." You don't want a black woman. You are so ignorant because you're not the only. This is not. We're in the diaspora. You've heard us talk for over an hour about all these different places where people look like us. They're black
Yes.
too, people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
Yes.
you can't get you a sister over here. Well, she's a sister too. She just
Yeah.
she just in a
She
different
just
country and she may not speak
different
English.
country. That's it.
All right,
That's it. It's black people in Mexico. That's the crazy part
exactly.
about it. What people don't
Everywhere,
even
bro.
know. They don't even know.
Everywhere. Everywhere,
Yeah,
bro.
man. For
Everywhere. But
sure,
man,
bro.
look, man, Tyron, I really appreciate you having you on, man, and hopefully the people that's well, let me not say hopefully. I know the people have got some gems from our conversation. For those that's watching this on YouTube right now, I know y'all got some gems, and this is the opportunity for you, man. I just want you to, promote anything you want to promote, man. Your name, your social media handling, where people can follow you, where people can support your business. Man, go ahead on and throw all that out there, bro.
All of my information is on Instagram, man. Just follow me at zveah_gram. ZVEAH_gram. GRAM. And you can follow me at TikTok. I'm not on there a lot, but it's Zve World.
CFA World. CFA World. Y'all heard it here first, man. Y'all heard it here first. Hey, look, I want to give this opportunity to the people that's listening. If y'all really vibing with the show, it's different ways that y'all can support. Y'all gonna see it in the show notes. It's different ways for y'all to support. So we have a basically a monthly supporter system for those that want to support. It's different ranges that you want to do, however you want to show love. Those that support, y'all to definitely get a shout out in the show. Also,
Support this
another
brother,
way to
man.
yeah, man. Another way to support that's absolutely free, y'all, is to just like, share, subscribe. Those that are listening on the podcast right now, please give us a review. It's definitely gonna help us with the analytics and the algorithm, trying to fight these algorithms on these social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? And really just sending one up for me, y'all, and just continuing to and encouraging me to continue to push the brand because I truly have a passion to bring our stories, black travel stories, to the diaspora and to other people as well. So people that's listening that they may not be in the diaspora, you can get a different aspect on how we think and how we have to move, and it may be differently than how you have to move. And it's nothing against that. It's just how we grew up and how we was raised. But again, I really do appreciate y'all, man. Tyron, I appreciate you again. Y'all already
Thank
know
you,
the
brother.
motto. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is just too crowded. Peace.
All right.
Oh man, give me 1 second.
All right.
Frozen. All right. Hey, you still can hear me, bro? All right, all right. Let's see. On your end, Let me. I gotta take these glasses off. Huh? All right. You could go in on the hit. You see how yours still recording? Click that red record button, and it's gonna stop. All right. Now we just go run it. We just could talk because whenever you or if you got something to do, that's cool. But I normally run it. Um, I know, man, you good, you good. And this is my thing. This is my thing. This is why I said that. That's why I'm speaking into existence, because like, bro, nobody. They sometimes they say, and I'm reading a marketing book, right? They said if you're the first to get there, people normally don't forget you. If you go on a podcast right now, go look for yourself. I already did the research. There's nobody doing this. There's nobody talking about travel. Hey, I hope that you enjoyed the episode, because it definitely was dope to record it with that amazing guest. Tell a friend to tell a friend if you're really vibing with us. If you're feeling the episode and you really enjoyed it, make sure that you write a review on all the podcast platforms. Make sure that you follow the Melanated Traveler on Instagram. You can also check out the video podcast on my page at Aston R. Williams. And if you want to follow your boy, Aston R. Williams, at all social handles. Again, this is the Melanated Travelers Podcast, and I'll see y'all at the top because the bottom is just too crowded. Peace.